Good morning, good afternoon, good night, everybody. Welcome to our presentation today. We are from Group 2. The topic that we are going to be discussing today is about Prabowo's French language policy in Indonesian schools, where it is going to be talking about the global opportunity or education inequality according to Pancasila.
So, we start from the background. In 2026, which is this year, recently Prabowo stated that Indonesian schools should expand foreign language learning, including French, as part of the strengthening educational cooperation with French and preparing Indonesian youth for global competition. He argued that mastery of foreign languages is important in a world that is becoming increasingly interconnected through diplomacy, science, technology, and international trade. But the proposal has sparked a debate among parents, educators, and the public. So many people actually support improving foreign language skill, but they're questioning whether French should become a priority when Indonesia still faces challenges in English proficiency and the preservation of regional languages, the bahasa daerah. Based on Education First English Proficiency Index, it's approximately 9 out of 10 Indonesians do not have adequate English skills, so only around 5% to 10% of the total population that is truly fluent or proficient in English. Also, Indonesian has 718 regional languages spread from Sabang to Merauke that somehow is less preserved. So I think English should remain the main priority while regional languages still needs preservation. So what if President Prabowo's plans became a reality? So maybe students or people may have pressure to learn an additional foreign language, and teachers and schools need qualified French teacher and new learning materials. And for the regional language communities concerned that local language may receive less attention and the government must provide funding, curriculum development, and teacher training.
From here, we can sense many criteria of education system readiness, and this policy could lead to possible negative impacts because of different urgent needs on Indonesia education system. And more importantly, if it even follows the values of Pancasila. So to frame this analysis, we question, is Indonesia ready for French language education? And does this policy answers urgent issues in Indonesia, seeing the current situation? To answer the question, Indonesia seems to be ready in spirit, but not in equal capacity. Besides that, the most important profession in education is teachers. There are 1.54 million teachers that were not certified and 1.4 contract teachers or guru honorar that got paid only 3,000 rupiah per month. It is not that we are not ready, it is about what needs to be prioritized.
So the principle of Pancasila related to the topic, there are two. The first is principle 3, mandatory foreign language policy risks eroding national pride and the sovereignty of Indonesian language. And the second is principle 5, infrastructure and teacher gaps in remote area risk widening educational inequality with urban region.
A good policy is only effective when it's implemented well. If students across Indonesia have equal opportunities to learn with qualified teachers and proper resources, the benefit can be felt beyond the classroom. It can shape how people communicate, work, and interact in society, which brings us to the human and social impact of this policy.
From a positive side, we can see that learning foreign languages can make more global opportunities, such as it is more better in career prospects like diplomacy, tourism, international business, and education, and it also creates stronger relations to this country because it encourages multilingual education, which is more common in developed countries. However, on the negative side, there is education inequality, unequal access, which means that not every school can afford these resources, and it could potentially create a widened educational gap. But also in Indonesia, there are many educational problems that needs to be addressed fairly than this adding in another foreign language. So what our team can reflect from this whole topic is that while learning foreign languages can provide international opportunities, Indonesia should prioritize solving fundamental educational problems and preserving its own language heritage first, promoting French or any other foreign language before adequately addressing educational inequality and the decline of regional languages does not fully reflect the Pancasila values, which is the third and the fifth Pancasila about national unity and social justice. A strong nation should embrace global engagement without neglecting its own cultural identity.
As the conclusion for this problem, in this academic era, the power of language is massive, but it's not has to be masked the importance, because the critical way of thinking and deep learning and understanding the real problem is more important. So we can say that learning language is important, but not as important as critical thinking.
So from me personally, what are the solutions to improve the Pancasila value for this topic is that first, we need to fix the basic education and preserve Indonesia's regional languages. Then after that, we can gradually introduce additional foreign languages equally across all schools, even though many schools has already added in an extra curriculum if they wanted to learn foreign languages, but adding it into the prior education, I don't think it's the priority for this nation.
For the solution of Principle 5 is to bridge the educational gap by deploying a free government-funded AI that ensures students in an underserved area get the same high-quality learning support as those in urban region, that directly upholding the value of social justice.
Okay, everybody, thank you for listening to our presentation today. I hope it is informative of the landscape of what Prabowo is trying to do with the French language, in trying to integrate it into the school system and everything. And thank you for